This is my duty belt. Today we're going to talk about what I have on my duty belt. This setup has worked for me over the last couple of years, but there may be some things that you may want to add that, that I don't necessarily use, okay? So the first thing is my bag, okay? In this bag, I drop if I'm out and I'm doing some type of tactical drill. Could be chapstick, could be my phone temporarily. But I drop it in this bag. I always have this bag available to drop something in it that I'm not putting in my hands or that I want to remember to take with me. Second, this is very important. This is an IFAK, okay? An IFAK is an individual first aid kit. Every person who carries a gun should always carry an IFAK kit with them, okay? And what this is this allows you, should an accident happen, or even should you have to shoot someone. If you have to shoot someone, then you still need to assist that person until help comes to them, okay? Over here is, this is, let me see if I can get it out. All right. So in this pack, I have aluminum foil. You can always use aluminum foil. Just to have in, you may need to start a fire. You just never know what you need to do, so it's good to have aluminum foil. There's an ace bandage and cotton balls, okay? So, and then over here, I also have this. If I'm out in the woods and I need to start a fire, I rub this together, put the cotton down, try to get a fire going. I also have extra, well, let's see. This is a multi-purpose tool, okay? So this allows you to measure things. It allows you to cut things. It allows you to open things. So this is a very useful tool when you're out in the woods and you're doing a tactical drill of some sort, or if you know you're not coming back, this is just a great thing to have with you. So we had our supplies, we have our IFAK kit, and these are more pieces of my first aid kit. In there, I always have a pair of scissors when you go out in the woods. Always have a Sharpie where you can mark the time that you put a IFAK on. And that way you will be able to gauge and tell the medics the date or the time that you actually applied the bandage. Okay. Here is a little flashlight or a pupil gauge. Okay. If you do have a situation, you want to be able to look into the eyes of a person and see if they're okay. We have another pair of scissors. We have a good old trusty, rusty Smith & Wesson knife. But this is very interesting. This is a whistle. And you should always keep a whistle with you. If you're out in the woods and you're lost, what you want to do while as you walking through the woods, you create a greater possibility of someone hearing you if you're lost. So you definitely want one of these whistles. I always keep tape. This tape is Gorilla Tape. It's very good, and you just never know when you might need it. Here's some moisturizer, like I said, for the lips. And of course, here's what I'm looking for. This is fishing line. If you're out in the woods and you don't have any food, you gotta do something. Always have some fishing line in your bag, because you never know. You may come across a creek or a pond and you need something to eat. Also, along or behind here, I always keep a small flashlight. You can't have too many flashlights, in fact. So if you have one in one or two places, that's a good thing. This is also very small, but it provides a little bit of light. And it's worth having because you never really know when you're gonna need it. Okay, over here is a pouch for 2 AR-15s or AK-47 magazines. Your belt, okay? So these actually has 2 parts to it. This is your reinforcement belt. Put that around. A lot of times, I'm just demonstrating, but I will put it through the loops. But once I get it in, then I turn it around. Okay? Now, you take your belt and you attach your belt to your inner belt. Okay? So, whenever I'm using my duty belt, I typically will use a drop leg. Drop legs, this is one of the better ones that I've bought. They tend to move, so I think that's why a lot of or police officers or military kind of moved away from this particular style. Okay. And then, of course, this is your holster. So this is interchangeable. So I make sure I buy this type of holster. So for every gun that I have, I'm able to drop it in. So typically, if I have this belt on, I'm probably gonna have my Glock with me. This is a competition gun. For my competition guns, I use a competition belt. Okay, now that feels right. So this is my Glock 44 or G19 typically is what I would have if I'm wearing my duty belt, because I'm in a different mindset. I'm not in a competition mindset. I'm actually out completing a drill or completing a task. So this is my duty belt. This is my competition belt. Okay? And if you look at them, you can tell a difference. This competition belt is a little firmer than this duty belt. This competition belt has minimal stuff on it, okay? And the same thing, I detach the holster for each gun that I'm using.